Hi, boys and girls. We're going to talk about some numbers and do some math together now. So I brought home lots of things that we've been using in our classroom. One of the things are our number cards. We know these cards. And the last big number that we had met and we're talking about was the number 13, right? And we know that it's a teen number because it starts with a 1. There's 2 digits and it starts with a 1. That stands for teen. And so do we say 3-teen? A little bit tricky. Not 3-teen, but it starts the same way. 13, 13, 13. Well, now we're ready to see the number that comes after 13. Let's see, what could it be? 14. And this is an easy teen number to read. We see that 1 in front. There's 2 digits and we see the 1 in front. So that does mean it's in the teen family. And this one, we can just read it. We see the 4 and we can just read that number, 14, 14, 14. That's an easy number for us to remember. When we see it, we just know it. We can read it and we just know it. 14, 14, 14. So let's see if I can kind of mix these numbers up and see if we can name all of the numbers. So this would be the number 10. How about you give a clap at home like we do at school whenever we see the 14. 10, 9, 8. Some of you might have wanted to say 3. It almost looked like it was going to be a 3. 8. 7. Yes, some of us are getting so good that if we just see a little bit of that number, we know what it is. 6. It's smaller than the 9. The 6 has the ball on the bottom. 6. 5. That's one of my favorite numbers. I always know when I see objects in this pattern, this layout, that it's 5. 2 on top, 2 on bottom, and 1 in the middle. 5. And here's a number 4. That's going to be in our new number. And is it a 3? Is it an 8? Is it a 13? What is it? 3. 2. Is there a number there? 1. 3. Have we seen the 3? 8. Have we seen an 8? What could this one be? 3. 13. Not just a 3 by itself. It's in the teen family. It starts with a 1. 13. 1. 11. And what is that one? Let's see. Are you ready for it? I don't know if you're ready. 14. Give a clap. There's our new number, 14. And what is behind the 14? Our old friend 12. Not 2-teen, but 12. 12. And our new one today is 14. Remember that one. I'm going to ask you all week about this number, 14. Okay, we'll put those cards away and see what else I brought to share with you. I brought home our dot cards. We saw these at school. Our dot cards. And our dot cards show us a number without there being a numeral on it. It's just objects. We can count the objects and we know what number that is. How many dots do you see? 1. So that's the number 1. We can show a number by having a numeral like our cards. We can show a number by writing the word. We could write 10, or we could show it by objects. 1. What comes after the 1? 2. And then after 2, 3. So these dot cards are in number order going forward. We're adding 1 dot to every number card to move forward in our counting, in our numbers. After 3 comes 4. And this is a fun one to look at. We can also do math when we see this card. 2 plus 2 more is 4. I see 2 plus 2 more equals 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. We just did math. What comes after 4? My favorite dot card, 5. When I see objects displayed like this, 2 on top, 2 on the bottom, 1 in the middle, I always know it's 5. 5. You see the 4? And then we just added 1 more dot to continue counting forward. 4 plus 1 more is 5. And then after 5 comes 6. And I can also see math. 3 on this side plus 3 more. 3 plus 3 equals 6. 3 plus 3 equals 6. There's 6. I'm going to count forward. 1 more than 6 is 7. Let's make sure we're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We did it. And let's see. Here was our 6 card. Did we add 1 more? 6 plus 1 more equals 7. 6 plus 1 is 7. More math. And if we add 1 more to 7, we get 8. 7 plus 1 more is 8. And I can see more math. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 here. Is there the same amount on this side? Yes, I see 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1. So 4 plus 4 more equals 8. Let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 plus 4 equals 8. We just did more math. And now that we have 8, we can add 1 more to get our next number. 8 plus 1 more is 9. You can still see the 8 with the 4 and the 4, but we added 1 more in the middle. 8 plus 1 more equals 9. Yes. 8 plus 1 more equals 9. And you can touch and count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then if we add 1 more to 9, what do we get? It should be 10, right? 9 plus 1 more equals 10. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there 5 here? Yes. Does it look like there's a matching 5 over here? 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1. So there's 5 here and 5 more over here. 5 on the right and 5 on the left. 5 plus 5 equals, we can do that with our hands. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Yes. And if you want to make sure, you just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, you always touch and count to make sure you're only counting them one time. 5 plus 5 equals 10. So we just named our numbers, we just counted objects, and we just did math. Pretty cool. And I want to show you the math paper that we're going to be doing together. The math paper that we're going to be doing is page 67 and page 68. So I'll bring you a little bit closer so that we can see it a little bit better. Maybe I'll hold it over here. So you're going to see a picture of a park, and then there are graphing columns at the bottom of it for us. Now this is a picture of the park, and it's showing different creatures and different things that God made and he put in our world. Different things that are alive and growing. And we're going to be counting these things that we see in the park today. And we're going to show how many of each object we have, or each creature, each item we have, by graphing it in these columns. Remember that columns go up and down, up and down, up and down. That's a column, up and down. And we also call that vertical, up and down, vertical. So we can look at this graph, and the first column shows us cattails. That's called a cattail. It grows in nature, called a cattail. And they already did this column for us. We're supposed to look in the picture at the park and count the cattails. Count and see how many of them you see in this picture. All right, we can do that. I can hold it and we can count them. Touch and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 cattails. 10 cattails. So then whenever we show that on a graph, we always start at the very bottom of the graph, right above the picture that we're graphing, and we shade it in. And we're going to show 1 to 1. We're going to shade in one area for one cattail. There were 2 cattails, so you shade in again. 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There were 10 cattails. Did we show 10 shaded areas in this column? We did. So we did 1 to 1. For each cattail, we shaded in an area in that column. So then we would go to the next picture, and I see that that is a duck, a duckling. It looks like a baby duck picture. So we go back to the park and we count the baby ducks. All right, we can do that. I see some way up here on the slide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 baby ducks. So when I go to my column where the baby ducks are, I start at the bottom and I would shade it in starting at the bottom. How many ducks did we say we counted? 9. 9. So let's see if Miss Kelly can put this on something hard, and I can show you how I would shade mine in. Here we go. I would start right here at the bottom. Always start your graph at the bottom, and you just shade it in. I start at the bottom and then I go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There were 9 baby ducks. I showed 9 on my graph. I did 1 to 1, one shaded in area for one duckling. And I went all the way up 9 times. 1 to 1. So for the next one, you just look at the bumblebees. And then you go back into your picture and you count the bumblebees. I see the bumblebees over there flying above the flowers. They like the nectar. Well, let's see if we can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bumblebees. So I go to my column with the bumblebees. Do I start at the top? Oh, just anywhere in the middle. Oh, I always start at the bottom and I go up on a graph. So I said there were 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give that one a little bit more. I do want to show that it's shaded in, not just one little shade, but show that it's really shaded in. And I did 8 because there were 8 bumblebees. One shaded in area for each bumblebee in the picture. I did my 8. And then I'll let you do the next ones on your own. But the next picture is the little twigs of grass. You'll look up probably in the bottom of the picture, right? Do twigs of grass grow in the sky? No. So think about where to look. And you're going to look somewhere on the ground for these little twigs that are growing. I see them. You will count them and shade in that many times. Remember, 1 shaded in area for 1 twig of grass. And then the last picture is a picture of a flower. Okay, so you're going to look in the picture and look for flowers. Now let's see. Do flowers grow in the sky? No. So you're probably going to want to look somewhere around the grass, different areas of grass, and count those flowers. I see some flowers over here on the left side, some on the right side, some right here kind of in the middle. So make sure you count all of those flowers and then start at the bottom of your column and graph going up 1 to 1. Okay, I'll let you do that on your own. And then you can tell me if you notice something about this graph when you're all done. Maybe when we get back together, you could tell me something that you noticed about the graph. And then on the back of this page, you have some ladybugs. Here are some ladybugs. See that picture? They're out in the park making a path. Well, if you remember, we had some ladybug cards in our classroom. And I brought those home so that you could see them on our video as well. Here's a ladybug. Now, does this ladybug have a number? I don't see a number written. I don't see a number word, but I do see a number. I see an object, and that shows me a number. Number 1. This ladybug has how many dots? 2. Her friend has 3. What number is this ladybug friend? 4. And now we added one more. It turns into 5. The next ladybug friend is 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. Oh, we added one more. 6 plus 1 more is 7. And then the next ladybug friend is 8. And you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 4 more is 8. What happens to 8 when we add one more in the middle? 8 plus 1 more is 9. And then after 9, we go to 10. So many dots. Her dots had to be turned around. But if you look at it this way, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's 5 more over here. It matches. 5 plus 5 is 10. We have 10 ladybug friends. And then the ladybugs on the back of your math paper are trying to follow a path. Well, these ladybugs are great little ladybugs. that want to follow number order. They're wanting to make sure that they follow the order of numbers counting forward, counting forward. So these ladybugs want your help. Can you mark the path from 1 to 10 for these ladybugs? They're starting out way up here at the top and they want to get all the way to the end of the path in number order. Now these ladybugs want to go in the correct order going forward. Now there's going to be some ladybugs that are out of order and they're hiding in this path. Don't follow those ladybugs. We only follow the ladybugs that are in order, number order going forward, going forward. So if I get a marker, see what I have here. If I get my marker and I start to show you my path, I can help you get started and then you can finish it. So we start with the number 1. And the 1 ladybug goes to the 2. And then the 2 ladybug, ooh, she has a decision to make. Is she going to go up to this ladybug? Or is she going to go around and down to this ladybug? Well, we better count. Count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5. Is that number order going forward? No, she's one of those ladybugs that is tricky. We know not to go up to the 5. We go past her. Do we go down to the 3? 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's the right order. 1, 2, 3. And then after 3 comes 4. Yes, that was easy. Right to the 4. Oh, but now we have another decision to make. Let's see how many we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Does 8 come after 4? No, I don't think we should go up to her. Let's count this one down here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does 5 come after 4? Yes. So we keep going past that 8 and we go to the 5. There we go. We did not stop at the 8. We know our number order. We're going forward in number order. Okay. So I'm going to stop at 5 and then I want to see if you can get all the way to 10 by stopping at only the correct ladybugs, staying in number order, counting forward. Don't stop at those tricky ones that are out of order. I'm pretty sure you can do this. So you practice your math with that paper today and with any numbers that you might have at home, and you can practice counting. And we even need to go higher with our counting. That's right. We are in a brand new month. We're in the month of January. That's our new month. So every time we add a new month to our calendar, we get to add 10 more numbers. So last time we were stopping at 50. Can we go higher than 50? Let's see. 50, and then we go 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and a great, big, giant 60. 60. That's our number counting for January, 60. And let's see if we can say those tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. How many tens are in 60? You can see them right here. If each finger is a 10 set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 60. There are 6 tens in 60. 60. All right, you guys practice your counting and practice your numbers and do your math for me. And I'll check back in with you next time. Bye-bye.